Fashion Dolls, happy Transformation Tuesday, August 18th, and welcome to another new episode of Style by Stevie. And we are back with none other than Ty Wayne Wheat. And joining him is a beautiful, very special guest. I went through and I spent the night scrolling through this woman's content because you guys know exactly why I had to keep the hair up. Yesterday I did long, but today I said, you know what, let's do a bob cut. So joining him, we have the beautiful Quetta J. It is such a pleasure to meet you. Ty Wayne must have been reading my mind because he knows that I am a hair, makeup, and fashion girl, as you can see from my room here. It is such a pleasure to meet you, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It is such a pleasure to have you here. So,
Thank you.
Fashion Dolls, before we dive into the discussion, today's show is going to be focused on beauty and humor. So I'm going to start with Ty Wayne first, and then we're going to bounce back to the beautiful Quetta. All right? Okay. Ty, it's been a minute since we spoke. What have you been up to? You've been up to some things. And speaking of hair, do you want to share your experience that you've had?
Not as far as hair, you're not. no, no. As far as my acting, as far as what I do, um,
I couldn't hear you. It went out. It's low. I can't hear you.
Mm, Slow? Mm, it might be this. Is that better?
is that better?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead. You were saying about acting.
Um, I've been acting for since in seven professionally. I've been acting just in total my whole what since college in 1997, where I went to school at the University of Connecticut, and originally from Jersey, and from Newark, not Newark, and I moved to Atlanta back in 2011. I caravan with a group, a studio called we were we were Alchemy of.
Uh oh, now your sound went out. I can't hear you again. It's kind of low.
It might be the headphones.
Oh,
We don't have to take it up.
Okay, you were saying about acting.
okay, you hear me, right? Just want to make sure I'm
Perfect.
good.
Clear now.
Okay,
Perfect.
all right. So yeah, I moved here back in 2011 with acting studio, a bunch of talented uh, artists, and met a lot of talented artists here. Um, and I've been with my agency, Atlanta's Models and Talent Agency, AMT, since I've been here. And first I did commercials, then I did was doing some voiceovers. And then I went to TV and then movies. My first movie role was I played a security guard in with Samuel Jackson and Richard
Yep.
Roundtree and Jesse T.
Yeah.
Usher in Shaft. Not a reboot, but the sequel to Shaft with Samuel Jackson. And I was at the end. I'm the one that got knocked out. And I've done different TV shows like Aretha, A Genius Aretha, BMF. I've done Stargirl. I played the principal in Stargirl. I was in Fight Night, First Lady with Viola Davis. Just numerous things that you know that that doesn't come to mind. That's why I want to keep just rolling off credits. But yeah, I've been acting ever since. Just just auditioning and through this. It's kind of trying to get back to normal with the of course, with COVID and the
Oh yeah.
and the strike was really hard, especially down here. And it's kind of still getting back. A lot of SAG negotiations are going, but it's I mean, but it's been a journey. But I'm sticking in there. You know what I mean? I have my it's hills and valleys. You know what I'm saying?
Ups and downs.
With
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So with
You
acting,
touched on
so
that yesterday with Matthew F. Rios, where actors in the business, you have that period where it's just like, okay, this is my pause period, this is my resting period.
mhm.
And you're having to regroup. So, any actor out there where it seems like things are moving slow, I would say get up, write, direct, produce. Now, Style by Stevie, I'm not backed by any big company. I started this independently. This is all
Mhm.
on my own free will. So I have the freedom and creativity to say what I want to say, the freedom and creativity
Mhm.
to invite as many guests on as I want. Full creative range and input and control. And not to mention my team, as I stated on the show yesterday, my team behind me is African American women, is Black women.
Mhm. Yeah.
From my mom to my makeup artist, my beauty contributor, Melanie, Chef's Kiss, she gets it right every single time. Um, my
I love
cousin
that.
Sherry, so it's family involved as well too. So my cousin, she's co-owner of Style by Stevie, and you guys will be seeing her a lot more as well too. So yes, I'm the face of it. You see me, the face of it, but it's family involved as well too. I said I'm not going to forget the women who've helped me get to this point in my life,
Right.
and my mother's been very pivotal in that. Not to mention my aunt as well too, a big support system. So I'm thankful to have freedom and input and control, and them giving their input as well too. So that's what it's all
Right.
about. But that slow period, going back to what you just said, Matthew touched on that yesterday, and you guys can go and check out that interview. I'm looking at the comments. Shout outs to Faith is the Substance. She says, salutations. Hello, Ty Wayne, and hello, Quetta. Welcome. And make sure y'all go and check out my girl, Faith is the Substance. Amazing
Okay.
interviewer. And I interviewed with her as well, too. And we had so much fun. Now, let me give y'all a little warning. She put me on the spot because she made me choose between two of my colleagues, and I love them both down. She said, if you had the choice, because she does games on her show as well too, where
Mhm.
she said if you had to choose between shout outs to my brother K Tukes and then my other colleague Bubs the God. She said, if you had to choose between the two, who would you choose? And I said, I'm going with K Tukes all the way because Bubs, that one right there. That right there is something. He is something. So that is for sure. But yes, now speaking of acting, and something was very similar. Something funny happened with Tywin. I was going through, and I'm going to let him share it. And then I'm going to get to Quetta because it all ties into beauty and hair. Okay. So, do
Okay.
y'all remember the scene? I'm going to give y'all a clue. Do y'all remember the scene in the 40-year-old virgin with Steve Carell? I'm gonna let
Which
Tyrone
movie?
explain his
Wait, which
experience.
which movie did you say?
The 40 year
The
old virgin.
40-year-old
Oh
virgin with
yes.
Steve Carell.
I know,
Uh-huh.
I know
Okay,
what she's talking.
I know
Quetta's
what
No,
she's
she's
talking
talking
clear.
about
about the.
too.
So, Tyrone, you want to explain to us what happened?
Oh, okay, so um, I this is funny because I went to I had did a callback for a TV show, right? And I
Mm.
went to I know I went to I did a call for a TV show, and I wanted to reward myself. I like to kind of treat myself whenever, regardless of the results. Name
Mhm.
results, you gotta just treat yourself. So I went and got an Italian icy, and then I went and I said, okay, let me see. It was a little waxing place or whatever. So I
Mm-mm.
said, let me do a little
Okay.
not manscaping, but just a little,
A little self-care moment.
self-care moment.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
right? Because I'll get a pedicure like it's nothing. But I said, let me do self-care. I went to go get my back waxed, and I only did it once. And I knew that it was gonna be something with it because she says to me, I go in and I said, can I get my back wax? She's like, oh no, I don't do. I only do women. I was like,
Ugh.
I said, you only do women. I said, okay. And I was about to. She said, what do you need done? Because there wasn't no one in there. And she said, I said, I just need my back wax. I said, it's just like right here, you know what I mean? And she was like, oh, okay, I got you, yeah. And I went back in there and got my back waxed, and it was, and she didn't, she didn't prep, she didn't really prep. She said, take your shirt off. She said, take your shirt off, and she was like, she just started just ripping it for. So I just said, because I'm not much of a content creator as my niece, so I said, let me just record this and just see. And I don't know, it was a real moment of them waxing my back, and she was just.
That's the best content, though.
Yeah,
They're real moments.
Yeah, I didn't know my voice was that high pitched at a certain. So
we heard.
Okay. And my friend tried to play. He was like, "Man, you sound like a little girl." I said, "Listen, look, you wasn't there. You don't know how I feel." So I say I really just gave my respect to women because I couldn't do it on the.
We get everything waxed.
Well, we got this, girl. We got this. It's all too natural, and I love getting waxed. It's normal to us. And it's an expression. We know this. Beauty is pain. Women, for us, beauty is pain. Y'all try going to get those Brazilian waxes. You wouldn't last a day. Good Lord.
No.
First, rip you out of there.
No, I'm not even going to deal with it. She told me to come back to do it more and it'll hurt less.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to see that woman ever again in my life. It's never going to happen.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think it's an acquired pain that because I feel like it still kind of, hurts a little bit, but we do what we got to do,
It's natural to us. Women, we're more tolerant to pain. And I said this to Matthew yesterday. I said we're stronger than men. We're more tolerant to pain.
Yes.
But for me, I get my legs waxed and I love it. I'm used to it. I'm used to it at home and wherever I go, wherever salon that I go to. And it's imperative. It's imperative that you know. So I wanted the men to know that it's not easy. It is not easy. The things women go through to look beautiful. And that's why it takes me sometimes. I can have a male co-host on and they're just like, okay, we understand why she's a few minutes behind. And I'll stick to shaving. I love it. I mean, you got to have for waxing to get any body part waxed, you got to have a thick type of skin, literally, to do something.
Absolutely.
The lip is one thing. The leg is one thing, but that back for the fellas, that the first thing that came to my mind when I saw Ty Wayne's story was Steve Carell and the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, that's a great scene. Oh man.
I literally said to myself. Hilarious. I literally said to myself, I thought it felt like, I ain't gonna say I was being whooped. I'm not making light of slavery, but I was like, give us free.
Give us
at the end, because she worked me.
Willis Gilbert, because in the movie he really did get waxed.
Yeah.
So those reactions were real.
He was bleeding and everything. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Look at that, the men in the audience saying, I ain't doing no waxing. Again, we're stronger than men. We're more tolerant to pain. I mean, the waist.
Absolutely.
From the waxing to the corsets to all of that stuff.
Okay.
We were for years.
Okay.
Yes.
That's so funny.
That's funny you led off with that.
It tied into beauty. And we want men to know that beauty is pain. It is pain. The things we go through to look beautiful. And I hope a lot of people paying attention at home know that as well too. And speaking of beauty, I'm gonna shift on over. I'm gonna shift back and forth to Quetta over here because she's a content creator. And girl, when I tell you I saw your hair tutorials, I spent the night because I'm in my new home, and I showed you guys my little area here where I do hair. It's like a salon area in my house with my brother. And me and my mom go in there and we're always looking at hair magazines and going to different hair products.
Yes.
So we're in summer months. And that was a question that I wanted to ask you, Quetta, as it pertains to beauty. What do you expect to see more on the beauty eye as it pertains to summer beauty trends?
I would say summer beauty trends are, as far as like skin and stuff, glowy, moisturized, minimal makeup, just enhancing that natural beauty that you have. It's not a lot of, foundation, concealer, all that stuff. It's like a little blush, a little shimmer, more, just making sure you're greased and moisturized, and just very minimal, just like natural beauty. I'm on vacation, kind of vibes, and for obviously women of color, we like to have those protective styles. It's just easier to deal with traveling and vacationing and the heat and the sweat and the reverting of the hair. So summertime, you're gonna see me in braids in all different type of styles, just protective styles, because it's just more convenient for us to maneuver in things.
And afford, and not just
Afford, yeah,
that.
because it
It's
lasts.
not.
Yeah, like these braids I have, these are, the boho knotless braids. I
They're
just got it
beautiful.
refreshed yesterday. Thank you. And because I was like, what am I gonna do? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it refreshed. So I did wash my hair, like, so I made sure my scalp was clean, because you can most definitely wash your braids. A lot of women don't do that, and they should, because your hair will be fine. It's just all about the maintenance, what you're putting in it, how you are protecting it at night, throughout the day. Treat it as it's, I know it's extensions, but you still need to treat it like it's your hair, and maintain it, and, care with it with love, and it will love you back.
And it's so funny you mentioned natural hair. You guys know that I am the queen of wigs. I don't know who's best, me or Wendy Williams, but baby, I stay in a wig, and you
Yeah, no, those
can't
are
really
great
tell it's
too.
a wig. But I love to change it up. But you said
Yeah.
natural, a lot of natural styles. My girl Faith is the substance. She's natural, and
Hmm.
she's gutsy to be able to cut it all off. I was just on the phone with my mom a few minutes ago, and girl, when I tell you, she was like, "I want to do the big chop." I was
Hmm.
like, "Well, how short do you want to go? Do you want to go short like
Mm.
Tony Braxton short, or
Hmm.
do you want to go short like Holly Berry or Nia Long? Where are we going with this?"
Ooh.
And so she
Yeah.
just said the big chop. What is your
Yeah, I love
stance on
my
the big
big chop.
chop?
I did that
Because
too.
for black women, our hair does not grow back as fast as y'all know. Mhm.
Yes. Yes, we know. No, for sure. I remember when I did my big chop, like in 20, maybe 15 or something like that.
You did a big shot?
Yeah, I did, because I've had a relaxer since I was little. My mom put a relaxer in my hair, I want to say like 4, 5 years old. So when I went into adulthood, I didn't even know what my natural hair looked like. I did not have a relationship with my natural hair. All I knew was a relaxer, relaxer. Anytime, that new growth start coming in, them waves start coming in, we slapping a relaxer on there. So when that whole evolution of, natural hair being embraced came back, I went down the road and I never looked back. I truly love my natural hair. It's super thick. Sometimes, it's a lot, but you got to be patient with it and just take your time and give it the care that it needs. But yeah, I did the chop. My hair was a tiny, tiny, itsy bitsy afro. I let it grow out, and then I cut it, and then I went to the barber, had him even it up, and it just grew since then. So that
Wow.
was an experience. It was liberating for me. It really was. Because I always felt like I needed to have straight hair. You know what I mean? I felt like, I would be judged, and I did get some judgments, and I guess, a little bit of like racism, because at my old job, one of the managers, when I came in with my little afro, he was like, "What's up with your hair?" And I was like, what? Like, it's my hair. You know what I'm saying? And so that was kind of like weird. And even like, I was dating at the time a guy, he didn't like that I cut my hair. He called me Chewbacca.
What?
Yeah, he called me Chewbacca. Ain't that from what, Star Wars or something like that? I
Yeah.
don't know
Yep.
where Chewbacca is from, but yeah, and he stopped talking to me. I was like, wow, all this over natural hair? This is crazy, but it just made me stronger, and it made me just embrace myself and love myself more. And then as it started growing and them locks, those beautiful black locks start coming in, now it's so beautiful, and I love your hair, all this other stuff. So there's a message in there. Follow the plot and trust what you know is right for you, because everybody's not going to always agree with you and see your vision. You know what I mean? But only you know. And if you press forward, everything will work out. And now they're going to be coming back at you, sweating you and giving you your praise when you was just talking about me. You know what I'm saying? So follow your heart, follow your dreams, which is one of my main inspirational things for my content, especially on my YouTube channel, because I started off doing covers because I sing, I act, and I do content. So I started off with doing covers, and my whole thing was follow your dreams, like just no matter what, follow your dreams, because it's what you believe in your heart, and nobody else can see your vision. And something that stands out to me is a quote from Nipsey Hussle, is like, the difference between him and someone who didn't make it is that he didn't stop. So you got to just keep going.
I was just telling you that. Remember I was just telling you yesterday? I was just telling
you
her.
You got to keep going no matter what.
Never give up.
Because if you give up, you'll never know what could have happened.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off of what you just said, let's talk natural hair, because natural hair is oftentimes frowned upon, and especially in the workplace.
Oh, yeah.
For Black, for us in general, thank God for the Crown Act, because for so long, Black people, we've been told, as she just said, with afros, with any sort of expressing ourselves or showing our true natural texture, it's frowned upon. It's looked at as dirty or filthy. But if you have something like what I'm wearing, I call this one the Taraji wig. But yesterday, that would be acceptable. That would be more acceptable. But for Black people, we have to express ourselves in more ways than one with our style. Thank you, Alvin, for that. Miss Stevie, hair, nails, and dresses. Y'all know I love to be a trendsetter. I love to be a daredevil. I'm a Scorpio, and I've been that way since I was 8 years old. I'm 32 now, and I'm just like, when you get in your 30s, you do not care about anything. You don't care. I've done every sort of, Ty Wayne will tell you, and the audience will tell you, I've done every sort of hair color here on this show. I would be like, okay, the interview with Kenyon O'Brien, where I did the platinum white hair, and it was almost like Halle Berry and X-Men. I was in Storm, wore the leather dress and everything. I did not care. I did green. I did blue. I did pink. I've had highlights. Yesterday it was highlights. So I mean, I'm always, who knows what it's going to look like for the next 2 interviews. Y'all just have to stay tuned. Thank you, Alvin. And I think it depends on the Black woman. All of my sisters, aunties, and mothers have fast growing hair. Yeah, but for Black women, when we typically go to the salon and we tell our stylists, chop it off. Listen, when that hair hit the floor, and Quetta can attest to that, you looking at your stylist like, okay, you can't put it back on your head now. That's it.
It's over. You got to follow through.
Once they do that first cut. To be able to rock short hair, and I'm gonna get the male perspective on that. Ty Wayne, what styles do you like to see on a woman?
Oh, I thought you was gonna ask me about my style. My big chop went terribly wrong.
What you want the men's trends for the summer to be? What do you think the men's style trends for the summer will be?
What I think men's style trends for summer will be. You gotta. I don't know if I'm 47, so I'm not a big fashion guy, but I like. It to me, it tends that it's probably going to be tighter. Anything men that it's going to be tighter. It's very it seems like I see a lot of people where, especially young men, they're doing a lot of.
I'm like, what do you see? Yeah, what do you see?
Like more like bell bottoms, more right. They a lot of T-shirts or whatever with different like graphics on it or whatever. Yeah, I've been seeing bell bottoms like kind of like what Kendrick Lamar did on the Super Bowl. Yeah. You know what I mean? More wider stuff like that. I'm thinking, and I'm also thinking like it's a lot of stuff. I saw something on this place called Oxknit, like these shirts, like these knitted shirts that's more like tight in the arms and tight on to the body, but it's very
like a muscle fit.
yeah, almost 60s style. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like with a little hat or something like that, kind
Yeah.
of 60s style, very neo-ish back in the day when he would have his
Okay. Yeah.
kind of rat package type of vibe, or what is it called? Coolie High. You know what I'm saying? The college shirt, maybe like a polo or something like
Yeah.
that, with color. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of color reds.
Yes.
So
Greens.
things greens, yeah. So some like beige or brown, something like that. But yeah, that's what I see as far as what's be getting popular with men's fashion. You know what I mean?
You know, fashion just repeats itself.
Yeah. I mean,
Words right out of my mouth. I was just about to say
yeah.
it because history goes back around, and if you look at designers like Valentino, Versace, and Roberto Cavalli, always, the bell-bottom pants. A lot of those, the '70s and the '80s, have never went out of style. They have always made a return, and it's just like with fashion trends, history repeats itself over and over. And we sometimes, who was it? I think it was, she quoted Nipsey Hussle, but y'all know who one of my biggest fashion inspirations is, and that's Tracy Ellis Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross, y'all know I am a big Diana Ross fan. And she says that she raids her mother's closet. She says, James Corden asked her, she said, I don't borrow, I borrow steal. So I mean, if you look at Diana Ross, you can only imagine what her closet is like. And there's two women that I admire the most. That's Beyonce and that is Diana Ross. And I would die to go in their closets to see what they look like. Tracy said that she raids her mom's closet and she borrows pieces out of there because listen, fashion trends come back. You see a lot of celebrities, a lot of people going back into the archives. So when Ty Wayne said Coolie High, I'd be like, okay, 90s, 80s, 90s, 70s, great periods of fashion, but then they go back to the 50s and the 60s. And I mean, the crop tops, it's hot,
They
it's
kind of
summer.
blend them all together.
Exactly. I look overall, yes, you made me think about TLC because that's the first thing that came to mind. TLC and Crisscross. Because in the '90s, it was all about the big baggy clothes.
Cross colors.
Yeah. It's so many. It's so many. Fashion always comes back over and over again. Now, for the male perspective, what styles do my fellas that are viewing Style by Stevie right now? What styles do you like to see on a woman? Ty Wayne, what hairstyles would you like to see on a woman?
I like seeing a woman. I don't know. Have you ever seen like kind of breakfast? You've seen, if you haven't seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, kind of like a
You love
elegant,
Audrey Hepburn. You don't bring up Audrey, Ty Wayne. You know I love Audrey.
but something like that, kind of just stylish, a vibe, whatever. Because I think
sleek.
I, yeah, it's something that I almost like
French roll.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I like the fact that
this, but like
I want more
up,
covering up. I personally, I want more covering up as far as you know what I mean. Like you don't have to. You got to leave something to the imagination.
Okay.
Which my mother always would say.
Yes.
But still, I'm not saying you have appreciation of your body. I'm not saying, you know, restrict yourself, but just class something. Even something like monochromatic sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just different layers. You know what I'm saying?
We love a good monochromatic moment.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Just. I think Beyonce, she's like the queen of that. You know what I'm saying? Of just giving you the whole repertoire of it. So that's what I would like to see. Something that is classy, kind of and stylish. You know what I mean?
Posh, sort of like polish. Since we talk about the '90s, the '80s, and the '70s, for me it was Halle Berry in that black dress in Strictly Business when she walked down the hall. That was it for me. That's what Ty Wayne is referring to. A woman. But for knowing me, the bad girl in me, look at me. I'm over here emulating Sharon Stone. It was Sharon Stone for Basic Instinct for me. And Drew Barrymore and Poison Ivy. They were seductive, dangerous, and beautiful. Lynn Whitfield, A Thin Line Between Love and feminine and a is what they call it, where you're able to mix beauty, femininity and style together. And
Yes.
these women were capable of doing that. And they did it so eloquently. So yeah, they were crazy in the films. Brandon Webb and Sharon Stone and Basic Instinct. But for me, that's me channeling the inner bad girl. Those were some of my style influences. So
Okay.
that's the type of
Inner
woman.
bad girl.
Yes, that Ty Wayne is talking about. Femininity, being
Yeah.
class, being, not showing too much, leaving a little to the imagination. But for me, it was Holly Berry walking in that black dress in Strictly Business. Y'all seen it.
Good stuff.
I love that movie.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
So for my fellas, if you're just joining, let me know what styles do you like to see on a woman during the summer. And we also have Quetta here. Quetta is big in the hair world, so we are talking all things beauty and hair from the male perspective and the woman perspective as well too. So make sure y'all are sharing and liking. Shout out to my brother K Tukes, host of the K Tukes Spot. Uh, it's summer, so a lot of people are saying less is more. Quetta said braids, and I'm seeing a lot of when I went to the dentist today because I had a dentist appointment.
Mm-hmm.
When I went in there, I would be shocked at what I saw. It was all the staff was all black women, from the
Mm.
hygienist to the front desk. It was all female. It was
Beautiful.
black women, and they had different hairstyles. I saw
Mm-hmm.
different textures, different variations. I saw bob cuts.
Yeah.
I saw length. I saw some natural texture, some coils.
Mm-hmm.
I saw braids. Black women want comfort this summer.
Yeah.
Listen, because it's 100 degrees outside, and whereas I'm outside, I couldn't go outside with my hair that I had on yesterday, the long hair when I did the interview with Matthew. I said it's too hot. It's like at least 100 down here in South Carolina where I'm at,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't really cool down until like after 8 o'clock down here. It was
Wow.
so hot. I literally had to sleep up under my fan. We've got air conditioning here in the new house,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like during the summer months, the warm summer days, while I'm trying to look pretty like Beyonce with that big long hair, I was like, I couldn't do it today, y'all. I'm like, Lord, no, Jesus, let's do a bob cut.
Yeah.
I would
It's
have
hot.
sweat like Booker and Perch up here and patting like I done committed a crime or something. I was like, no, no, not today. So who knows what it's going to look like tomorrow? It's probably going to be medium length, but it's all about comfort. Quite a
Yeah.
comfort for hair. What are some ways that women can protect their styles during the summer? Because I know that you got to wrap it up. If you've got your hair silk pressed,
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Black women, our hair and water do not mix, especially if you just got that fresh silk press,
Mm-hmm.
because your hair will revert back. And I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I went to one of my girlfriend's graduations, and she just got her hair freshly silk pressed, and it was raining. She didn't have an umbrella, and at the time I had like the Grace Jones thing going on. It
Okay.
was like a low. If y'all have seen it, I shared that picture on Instagram. I didn't have to really worry about anything.
Mm-mm.
But her, she got her silk press. She didn't have an umbrella. I was like, girl, you don't have an umbrella. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we got back in the car. Poof.
Poof.
Black women in water, we don't mix. So, fellas, when we say we don't want to get in the pool, we don't want to get in the pool unless we got a swimming cap. So, Quetta, what are ways that black women can protect their hair during the summer months?
Well, I wanted to make a comment about when you said you went to the dentist and you saw all the different hair.
All black women,
So I
yes.
just want to say I also feel like as far as like you seeing all the different hair, I feel like right now, this time, this era, this generation, it's also about like signature looks. Women really just finding their signature look, their signature hair that they feel the most confident in, that they just enjoy the most. So you are going to see bobs and maybe not so much braids in the summer like back in the day because women are just kind of just being like, hey, I like my hair like this. This is what I feel the most confident in. This is what I'm comfortable with. So if it's a bob, then it's going to be a bob. If it's a bun, it's gonna be a bun. You know what I'm saying? If it's braids, if it's a sew-in with a side part, middle part, bust down. If it's your different wigs, like that's if it's a lace front closure. You know what I mean? Like women are gonna just go with what they feel confident in and just really just owning that. Their own identity. But as far as in the summertime protecting your hair. I mean, if you're going to have your hair not in a protective style, I would say definitely just keeping up with your maintenance, your appointments, making sure you're giving yourself those treatments, like knowing what your hair needs, whether you need a deep condition or hot oil treatment, a protein treatment. You just have to know your texture and know what your hair likes, and make sure you're just pouring into that, and giving your hair the love and the patience, whatever attention that it needs. Don't skip steps. You know, do your treatments. Find the best products that work for you. If you're gonna have your hair out, and keep it moisturized. It can get dry from the heat. You know what I mean, and all of that type of stuff. So that's what I would say if you're gonna have your hair out. If you're gonna have a sew-in, try not to use so much heat. The overnight rollers are amazing. I love those when I have my sew-ins, because it doesn't require all of the flat ironing and all that type of stuff on your hair.
Heatless.
It
A lot
just,
of
yeah,
heatless.
just roll it and take it out in the morning, and it's like you curled your hair, and it's just less maintenance, because we want to be high maintenance but low maintenance. We want the style to be, you do the high maintenance to get the style installed if you're going extension route, but then you want to have a low maintenance thing, and it still looks good and is healthy and protected. Wearing your silk bonnets and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Making sure we're not pulling our hair too tight, because you want to have your edges,
Can I ask a
and you don't want
question?
the
That
middle of your
tension.
hair gone.
Can I ask a question though? Can I ask a question though?
Yes,
What's with the bonnets? Like all
they
like, cause
protect your hair.
I understand, but they like I see a lot of females. They'll
The big ones, those are for more so like my hair that I had yesterday. If
Yeah.
you had that big long hair and you got your
Yeah,
curls, you want to preserve those
yeah. I
curls.
even have the
Oh,
big
I
okay.
went
bonnets
and
for
did,
this, because it's a lot of hair and it's
So it's
long.
for preservation.
yes.
That's why they wear. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yes.
And then
Some
when
women
you
have
take it
silk
out,
pillows. Some women have silk pillows,
So,
because they don't.
I sleep on a silk
Yeah,
pillowcase.
yeah. It just
okay.
depends. But if you have just a basic pillowcases, that material can like dry your hair out and all that type of stuff. So that's why you see the women, preserving their hair at night. Even all women, and I'm gonna say, you know what I mean. All women be wearing bonnets now, not just us. So the girls are tapping in, and they're really just taking their hair very seriously. And I love it.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's something I was just wondering.
Yeah.
But I
Hmm.
don't.
And and to Quetta's point, for the men who are watching, like Tywayne, you're curious, why do we wear the bonnets? Why do we sleep on the satin pillowcases?
Hmm.
Because satin stops hair breakage.
Hmm.
Whereas Quetta, I don't think she wears a relaxer.
Mm.
Me over here, I am optimum. I am dark and
Okay.
lovely.
Yeah.
I am soft and beautiful. I
I
am
used to be.
cream of nature.
Yep.
I
Hmm.
use it all. My hair is relaxed underneath this wig. So
Yes.
that's a bombshell. Y'all didn't know. I wear wigs here on the show, but my hair is relaxed and chemically treated. So I get it
Hmm.
colored. And my real hair color is black. But right now, I'm like, I would say, if you look at Mary J. Blige in the My Life era, my
Mm.
real hair is almost that color, the
Okay.
reddish auburn. Yeah.
Mm.
Love
But
it.
even with that, like she said, with color treated
Color
hair, with
treated hair.
relaxed hair, with not so high maintenance with
You
it,
really
but you
have to.
have to,
Hmm.
especially if you're, I would say, if you go that high lift blonde, like
Yeah.
where's it? Latoya Luckett would be
Hmm.
a great example. Latoya Luckett. If you wear that short, I mean, you can get away with it if you got real short, close pixies. I
Yeah.
mean, it fits her beautifully. But that
Mm.
type of color requires a lot of attention. That bond, platinum blonde, that's
Right.
613. I used to
Hmm.
wear in the beginning of the season when I started Style by Stevie, but it was in a weave form. It wasn't in my actual hair. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, you
you
got
got
to
to
keep
make
it
sure that.
moisturized.
Mhm. Listen, or your hair will break
Break.
off. And listen, Olaplex
Oh yeah, I've
is
heard about the
the
Olaplex.
parts. You got to restore that back into your hair.
The girlies love the Olaplex. I have not tried Olaplex. I'm just kind of if I find something that works with me, I just kind of stick with it. I'm not really I don't jump from products to products. But Olaplex, nothing but
I'm guilty of that.
What'd you say?
I said I'm guilty of it. I go from every product. I mean,
Oh
if
yeah.
in my salon area,
I do want to
I
Olaplex. I'm sure I will one of these days. But yeah, I kind of stick with my main thing. But I do know people that use Olaplex, and then the girlies on the internet, social media, they love Olaplex. I wish I had Olaplex because I did highlight my hair one time, like my real hair. It was when I had a relaxer. One of my friends from high school was in hair school, and she was like, "Oh, you know how they need the hours and they need people to do stuff on their hair." So I was like, "Yeah, girl, you could give me some highlights." Yeah, I did not know how to take care of it. My hair broke off in the front. I was kind of traumatized from getting my hair, dyed and lifted. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that ever. I've never colored my hair ever since then again. I just stick with my dark stuff. But that was a lesson that I learned with that color treated hair. You gotta really be on top of it and make sure you're moisturizing it and all that stuff.
reds and blacks, you're in the clear. You're
Mm-hmm.
okay. You can maintain that if it's like
Yes.
a rinse or something. I know a lot of women will get their hair relaxed and then they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wrap it and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do my rinse, something to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
But that blonde,
Yeah.
that 613 blonde, that high lift blonde, like
Mm-hmm.
Latoya Lucky, I mean, it looks beautiful on her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very bold to be able to step out and
Right.
just cut it all off. And a lot of men love women with a short haircut because I mean, they call it the boy cut, but
Mm-hmm.
if you look at Tony Braxton was the muse. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women rushed straight to the hair salons and they was like, give me the Tony Braxton
Yep.
or give me the Holly Berry. And you're without commitment. You go ahead and you can get your hair relaxed, you can wrap it, and then your stylist will curl it that same exact day. But you
Mm-hmm.
have to make sure it's maintained that night. But for
Yeah.
my hair, like what she said, I stick with one product. I'm very bad at sticking with one product. I go from product to product in my salon area here in the house with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Check out unboxing or unpacking when I first moved in here in the new home.
Okay.
If you go in the salon area on my countertop, there's when I tell you, y'all gonna be like, and like the kids would say, we listen and we don't judge.
Right.
Okay,
Right. No
so
judgment. Little product
I've got
junkie.
every sort.
Mhm.
Yes, Paul Mitchell, Mazzani,
Mm-hmm.
Dark and Lovely,
Mm-hmm.
Optimum. What's another
Yes.
brand?
Design
I use
essentials.
it. That too. I have
Mm-hmm.
that too. Nairobi.
Yeah. I
I
use
have it
that
all
foam. I use
in that
Nairobi
area.
foam. Mm-hmm.
And the blue, oh
The
my
blue.
God, my mom, she
Yes.
loves that. She's just like, where you get that
She's the
from?
best.
And had Roman set her hair. We were in there just talking, and I did her hair in the room. And she's like, where you get that? Because my curls really stayed in place. I said, the beauty supply store. Not that
Yes.
not really, a lot of black women can attest to that. And if y'all don't know about Lottie Body,
Yep, I have both.
you go
Those are
into
the
the
two
black
that I use.
women's,
Lotta Body and Nairobi when I do my flexi rod sets. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah. And they work great on coily
Yep.
hair. Tywin, and to the fellas that are
4C.
watching, you will learn a lot about black women without telling nothing. If you go in our bathrooms, you can learn a lot about us because we have a little bit of everything
I
Yeah.
never
on the
knew all
counter.
this was happening. I'm like, I mean, I
It's a
knew,
lot that goes
like, I
into
didn't
this
know.
this beauty.
Yeah,
Hello?
like it's like really eye opening. I'm just listening, like y'all go through all that just
We
to
go through a
look
lot.
right.
And that's just the tip. That ain't even we ain't got to the nails and the please.
Cause I'm like, I like when women wear long hair. You know what I mean, or
Yeah.
whatever. That's all. As far
That's
as
all you know.
that's all I know.
You
I
don't know
didn't.
how she got to the long hair.
Yeah, cause I'll be like, wear like your natural hair. I'm like, I like it when your natural hair, maybe flat iron or whatever, something like that,
Yeah.
or whatever. And she's like, do you know, like it's hot? I'm like, so. And she's like, you don't understand. so, so this is
Yeah.
And
very
Albert says,
educational
see,
moment.
men, they're clueless. They don't know better. This my colleague Albert
They
says,
don't know nothing.
satin pillowcase. What the hell? Yes,
Yeah,
I
they
have
Because
one.
what we want.
right, right, exactly. I have to tell my
And then when we
fiance all the
switch it up,
time.
we give them a different woman each week. They'd be like, wasn't your hair just red the other day? Because men
Hmm.
pay attention to things for
Oh
them.
yeah.
And I've sat down and I did an interview with Keith Ryan, actor Keith Ryan. And he said, Miss Stevie, whenever you've done your interview, your looks don't stay the same. Your hair does not stay the same. I'm
Hmm.
a chameleon and I look up to the muses. Rihanna's been my muse.
Oh
Tiana
yeah.
Taylor. has been a muse for me. They
Mm,
always change their hair.
yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm gonna host a talk show, I can't stay in just one lane. You have
Mhm.
to give different looks to
Oh,
me. Men
absolutely.
love it when you give them a different woman. They love it.
Yeah, we got to switch it up every now and then.
Hmm.
One day we want braids, the next day we want a shortcut, the next day we want, to wear an afro. I shocked everybody. I have to
Up
send
to.
you the picture quite of me with afro puffs because I wore
Oh
afro puffs
yeah.
here on the show.
Or
And
what's the
everybody's
knots?
like, yeah, afro puffs. And then I went back to my big, I call it the Beyonce hair the next day.
Yeah, I mean, we're so versatile. We can do bantu knots, buns, ponytails. I mean, the list goes on and on.
But what about the men like with their hair? Like I have a son. I have a
Yeah.
my 14-year-old son. He wants to get he has his hair. It's like cut on the sides right here, and I it's hard for me when he's with me to figure out what hairstyle he wants. I try and give him like whatever you want to do, but I also want something that'll last where I'm not getting it done every week. So
Mhm.
he wanted kind of like twist, but it was I don't know about like hair like that too. He had to go on a
For
tutorial.
men, what are some trends for men?
Yeah.
I when I would go into a hair salon, because the ones that I've seen, it would be one part would be for the women over here on this side, and I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure Quetta can attest to this. It will be the hair salon area, and then on one side it will be the barbershop. And from what I've seen from black men is that I listen. I love a ball brother. I love Michael Jordan. I love me some Michael Jordan. It's just something about a ball and Magic Johnson. I love a brother ball. I love a low cut fade on a man.
Mhm.
The
That's what I wanted to get.
waves, they wear the do rags to keep those waves.
Yep.
I love dreadlocks as well too. My colleague, now's the time, who I've done several shows with. He has these long dreadlocks all the way down past his waist,
Mhm.
and he has been retwisted. It's a lot of work.
Mm.
Mhm.
Sometimes the sides. That's what I'm saying. Um, Men are also embracing their curl patterns. So
Yes.
Quetta can attest to this. They do the thing with the sponge. If you go to the barber shop, they'll get the and then the barber will go in with
Yes.
the sponge. I like that, and the sides will be shaved as
Yep.
well too.
That's
So
what my
I love
fiance
those little things.
has. He has that. He embraced it. I was like, okay, because he used to have just a low cut fade, and he told me he wanted to grow his hair out. And at first, I was like, I wasn't used to it. I was just kind of like, I don't know. And he was like, no, I'm doing this. And I was like, okay. Like a month or so later, I saw them curls coming in with the fade. I said, okay, you looking good.
So you
I
liked
like
it
it.
initially when he did it?
And when he started growing it out, I just wasn't used to it. And
Okay.
it's kind of like that awkward phase when it's growing, but you can't really do. So you essentially got a little fro, and you got to keep it combed and
Oh
all of
yeah,
that. But once it was able
kids.
to catch the sponge and all of that, and he started doing it, I like that more than the actual. I like his hair now the most out of all the years we've been together versus the low top fade.
See, but that's what I want my son to do, but he doesn't want
He
he
doesn't. He wants the longer hair.
he wants curls. I said get
Oh.
locks. He doesn't want locks. He says
Mm,
I said let the sides
Oh
grow,
yeah.
but he doesn't want
he
that.
doesn't want that.
So
He wants the fade with the hair in the middle.
yeah, but he wants the curls like, but that's a lot of
Curls.
maintenance
Mm,
that I don't think he's
ready for?
ready for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And my pockets ain't ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
So, but you know,
Natural hair is a lot of work. It is costly to Ty Wayne's point, not to cut him off, but it's the truth. I mean, there's so many, and even for women, for us when we go into if you are natural, well, I know I'm not, but
Mhm.
for natural hair, I remember when my mom she first said, you know what, you know, I want to do the big child. What products would I go about using? You
Mm.
go into a beauty supply store, and that what do they call it, Quetta? The ethnic hair care aisle,
Yeah.
and you go in there and it's As I Am, is
Yeah.
ORS. On
Mhm.
one side, you got Kenya Moore right here. You got Taraji P. Henson right here.
Yeah.
You got Tia Moore, For You right here. I mean,
It's overwhelming.
where
It's
do
a
we go?
plethora
Can't
of
you?
products. It's a lot.
So many curl puddings, so many
Mhm.
gels, so many
Yep.
leave-in conditioners,
Mhm.
co-wash, all of these different. things. I'm just like, okay, let me stick to my basic relaxed hair. I'm gonna use my pink all moisturizer.
I mean, I feel like you just have to try stuff out. When I first went natural, I feel like I was a product junkie because I was just trying to figure out what my hair liked, you know. But once you figure it out, you just you stick with it, and then you may venture out just to see if there's something better than what already works for you. But I think initially you just don't know until you use the product, you know.
What works for your hair. Certain
Mhm.
things might not agree. I know my mom, when she was getting her hair braided, she would always, the stylist would always use that braiding gel, to
Oh
make the
yeah.
style stay in place. And she hated it because her hair was already like thinning in the back. She's just like, okay,
Mm,
this thing is pulling at the edges. What can I do to
yeah.
get it out? And when I take my braids out, because underneath this, I call it Miss Taraji.
Mhm.
Underneath her, my hair is braided down.
Yeah.
And whenever I take my braids out, I didn't know this, y'all. We use moisturizer to moisturize our hair. You
Mhm.
can also use it to take out your braids. And
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
stops the tension, it's less pulling, it will glide right out like a dream. And I got those braids out in less than 5 minutes out of my mom's hair. And she's just like,
Yeah.
how'd you do that so quick? That pink
Lusters.
moisturizer does it.
Lusters pink.
Yep.
Mhm. Do you remember
I've
Moisture
got the
Max?
big size one.
Do you remember Moisture Max?
Ah, the blue and white
Yeah,
bottle,
the blue and
yes.
white. That was one of my ones too. Moisture Max and pink was the ones I used growing up.
And what's another product that's been around? And in the black household, if you
Blue
if you were a
Magic
black
grease.
girl growing up,
The Blue Magic.
you must have been reading my mind, girl. See, we understand each other
I
because
got a jar
you grew
upstairs.
up every Easter Sunday, and I'm pretty sure because Tywayne's got a daughter. So if you know you going to church on Sunday, there is one thing that you can see going on in the kitchen on the stove. You got hot
Yep.
comb and you got your Blue Magic
Yep.
grease. And what my mama used to say, bend over, let me get the kitchen right here.
Yes.
So
Get the kitchen.
you didn't want to get burned.
No, no. Stay still. Stay
Mm.
still.
Hold your ear.
Hold
Make
your
sure you
ear.
hold your ear now.
Yeah. You bent over. Trying.
Not even the least bit. Like, listen. But
Oh,
then thank God we got Just for Me, we got PCJ,
yep.
and it all worked out fine. I still use Just for Me to this
Just
day
for
because I had to stop
me. Yeah.
using Dark and Lovely. Dark and
Yep.
Lovely broke my hair off so bad. I mean, I can use their colors, their maintenance products and stuff, but it broke my hair off. And my mom
Same.
was like, "This relax is not for you."
Same. Dark and Lovely is, I think that's part of the reason I went natural. So my scalp started to actually, I don't know if it was over processed or what, but that's the last relaxer that I used to use. And my scalp started like actually like pussing and scabbing. And I was like, okay, I need to like chill out with this stuff. And after that moment, I kind of just decided to not do relaxers anymore. That's kind of how, you know, the natural hair journey kind of really,
Scalp irritants.
yeah, really took me there, because my scalp just was rejecting the relaxers. So,
I have a question.
And
I have a
it's,
question for y'all. I have a if I wanted to grow up my hair, right?
mm-hmm,
What? Because it
mm,
if I grow it out, I always cut
yeah.
my. Is it hope for me? I just want to know because I've
yes,
never asked. I've just assumed there's no hope for me because my hair
if
grows.
a man
It's
can
thin
grow
right
out a
here,
beard, they can grow out hair. They
huh?
can grow hair. Trust, if you can grow out a beard, you can grow your hair out. There is hope.
Because
You know,
I used to get my
I'm
hair texturized. Remember when I used to get my hair texturized? Do you remember?
No, I don't
You
remember
remember?
that.
I had it. I used to
ooh,
get my hair
the S
textured.
curl.
It was like an S curl, yeah.
I might have been too young.
Yeah, you might have been too young,
I
but
don't
I
remember
used to get my hair at like little S curl, and I would do pink lotion to keep it. Like I thought I looked like P Diddy.
Oh,
The
Anyway,
curl juice. Oh my
yeah,
God, the
yeah.
Jerry curl.
yeah, and they would.
Mm.
I liked it, but
I mean, I see follicles back here,
like
but I don't see nothing right here. It's just shiny.
like if I let my hair grow, I look like Danny Glover. Like it's like I don't know. It just started to recede right here on the sides, and
Mm-hmm.
so I
Good
just
night.
huh. Would
I
you?
said good night, not Danny Glover.
You might have to go to Turkey so they could give you a hairline.
I'm just saying, I miss my hairline sometimes, and I just want to know if
Oh my
ever
God, don't
y'all give me all
put
this
it up.
information. I'm like,
Oh, I mean, yeah, you could listen. There's a lot of stuff out there. You know, you want to stimulate the follicles. You know, you might want to do some exfoliation. You know what I'm saying?
okay. Should
You
I just
know,
let it grow?
yeah, let it grow. Do some exfoliation. See your problem areas. You know, what are you putting in your body? Because it
Okay.
starts within too. You know.
Should I take collagen?
Collagen is supposed to be, hair, skin, and nails.
Mhm.
Biotin, too, like that's another good one for hair growth. You know,
Okay.
yeah, I would see maybe someone to see what's going on underneath, like the skin, the follicles. You know, because
Yeah.
that's where the hair is gonna come out of.
I've been bald for so long. That's just
Yeah,
But, okay.
yeah.
I was just wanted to ask since
That's what that happened to dad. My dad too. Your brother. My dad. He said he had the George Jefferson.
yeah.
He said his hair would only grow on the sides, and the middle would just be bald.
Well, yeah, because I would kind of make fun of him about it when I had hair, and I lost my hair around when I was in grad school and college. They cut it. I did it for a role, and they cut it, and they broke.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was it.
and I let my girlfriend at the time. She did before that she would do a texturize my hair herself,
Oh,
and then
okay.
it was started to go thin. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
You probably wasn't really taking care of it the way you were supposed to while it was texturized. Was you doing the treatments, deep conditions and all this stuff?
I would just put pink lotion on my head.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Anyways, I'm sorry.
curl activator, the gel.
Yeah.
For the fellas out there that
Yes.
used to get the S curl, y'all know what used to come in the box. And Alvin, my colleague, says they can take hair follicles from your back and sides and replant them in the top of your hair, and your
Mm-hmm.
hair will grow back. I've seen, listen, with technology and beauty, they both go hand in hand. I mean, there are so many ways that a
A
stylist
hair
can make your hair
transplant.
grow back. And
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
for the men, when Quetta said hairline, for my fellas that love that topic, that love that black paint, that's like a shiny black convertible, please don't get that all over my pillowcases. Because when we go to bed, I want to wake up and
The
see a
black
black
paint.
hairline
The
on my
black
pillow.
paint.
No, they do that for the beard too. Sometimes, like sometimes, one time I had got it like
Yeah.
this, and they put it on so thick one time I couldn't even move. I was like the Tin Man from the Wiz. I was
It was
like,
like clay, like the
yeah,
dry. Oh
oil.
man, listen, funny story. In high school, they had the senior prom. I was a junior, and this guy, when he got his hair cut that day, they put all that black stuff all over him. He wore a white suit. The black stuff was all on the collar of the suit. It was coming down. I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't wipe that off? I was so sad for him because it was. He taking pictures. And the black stuff just all down the collar of his white
Everywhere.
suit. Uh,
I would have went
I was
home.
like, wow. I don't think anybody said anything because they probably just didn't want to ruin his day. I don't know, but his family, they should have.
They don't love
They
him.
should have wiped his neck off or something. You gonna let him put that fresh white suit on with all that black paint?
That's funny.
Oh man, But he looked like
The
he had a
thing,
good time.
His
the
suit did.
things with men's hair, because men's hair care is changing. Like for women, we've got
hmm
extensions, we've got wigs, we got all of these things.
Yeah,
Men
y'all
have
got
their
pieces. hmm
I was thinking about doing a unit.
Yeah, they be wearing units. I think Mano, the rapper Mano, was talking about his unit that he be wearing.
Oh,
Yeah, right on
the
top.
stylists cut it and all of that. They use some sort of, I've seen it on here on YouTube where they take some sort of a white thing and then they lay that down and then they have to
Mm-hmm.
go in with the marker and everything, the clippers, and
Mm,
boom, there you go. But see,
there
the
you
thing
go.
is, when you sweat, it was just like y'all
It
remember the
loosens up.
episode of, and I'm pretty sure Quetta can remember this. It's an episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air where Philip had to go to his class reunion Carlton came in with a box of hair, and Aunt Viv, Aunt Viv said something, and I was screaming. She said I didn't have the extra glue. So Carlton came in with this box of toothpaste and started
I
putting it
remember
on
that
the
one.
top of Uncle Phil's hair.
I don't remember
Uncle
that.
Phil started taking it and cutting it down the side and everything. I was like, oh my God, may James Avery rest in grace. The things men will go through to get their hair to grow or to try to look presentable. And at that time, I was understanding because it was in the 90s, but that
Hmm.
was hilarious. Like, we've come a very long way from men wearing toothpaste where they can
Yeah,
just slap it on their head to now the barber can go in and adjust and go in with the
yeah,
clippers and all of that, and they will stay. But the thing is, when you sweat, as she just said, with the if you wear white, that topic gets everywhere. It's black hair dye. These are
hmm,
hair fibers, so it gets everywhere on you.
everywhere. It's pretty messy. Yeah, it's really messy. Yeah, you gotta go home immediately, wash that out, cause oof. I mean, they like it because it's it makes it look darker and it looks like you got a full head of hair. So they try to preserve that, but it's messy. You might as well wear black that day. Don't wear nothing else.
And
Get you a
especially not
black.
out in this weather where it's humid
You gonna
and
be
it's
melting.
like a black
Yeah,
stuff.
it's gonna be
Where that black line come from on your face? What happened to you?
right. Dripping down the sides.
I want to know if he kept the suit.
Oh,
Like
I'm
it
sure when
did.
he got
Like
home, he was like, "Dang."
did it
I
ruin the suit or like
don't know. I just know his whole back, like it was like a painting back there. It was, a work of art on the back of his,
Abstract.
like
A
a
dot
strap,
here, not there.
a
Yes.
swash, a swipe there, a dot here, a smear there.
it's like the when you get like therapy or something, they said, "What do you see in this
Yeah.
picture?" And
Mhm.
it's
Yeah. I
like I
think
see
I
a
saw a
butterfly.
butterfly. Yeah. I think I saw a butterfly. Mhm. Maybe a flower. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
So those are
hey.
those are a few of men's, I guess, hair trends that you can see for the summertime. I mean, it's so many. We've come a long way.
Yeah.
With hair care, I mean, as far as your styling utensils, your blow dryers, the blow dryers
Mhm.
don't look like the average blow dryers that you use. Those Dyson blow
Mm-mm.
dryers. I'm just like,
Yeah.
where did this
They got
unique
Dyson
gadget
blow
come
dryer.
from?
Dyson
Wow.
blow dryers they do. Yeah.
Wow.
Dyson
And
air
they
wrap where you curl the hair and the air just swirls it up and then brings it down.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so
Dyson and
much.
L'Oreal. I mean, we now have a
Shark.
curl
Shark too.
sharp
hmm It's a lot. We got a lot
and
of
see,
options.
oh yeah, for any of my girlies out there, for naturalistas, make sure that y'all are using a thermal protectant after you wash, condition your hair
Yes.
for
Absolutely.
any stress. So you don't want no reversion. It's okay
hmm
to go back to your curly texture. Make it work. Put whatever to make that hair curl up or be able, but you don't want any slippage. And I know that's something some
Right.
products have slippage. And as
hmm
Quetta mentioned, Design Essentials is great for that. If you don't want
hmm
to have any slippage, those are some of the
Yeah.
best products. I'm a
Yeah.
Mazzani girl. I love Mazzani.
hmm
I love Paul Mitchell, and I love
hmm
Sebastian. So
Oh
the
yeah.
reason why
Yes.
that hair has so much volume, that when y'all saw me moving my hair up my eye yesterday with Matthew, that hair did not move. Like the
Mm.
Gorilla girl, that hair did not move
Uh,
unless I took my finger and I moved it.
oh my
But
goodness.
that hair has some volume. So
Not
Sebastian,
terrible.
Sebastian is what did it.
Oh man.
But that
Uh,
ponytail was slick on her. I can tell you
You
that.
brought
And I
me
know for
back.
black, we want that. We want the edges and everything. Edges for us. We want the baby hairs, everything to be perfect. So I get where she's coming. I get
I
it.
don't fool with them baby hairs. I don't fool with them baby hairs. Not for real. It's too much work for me. And I barely got any. And, it's hard to find something to keep them laid down. The best edge control that works for my texture is that Baskin lather.
Oh
I've
yeah.
tried so many edge controls, but so far, Baskin lather has been the best one that I actually still see it land a little bit at the end of the day. Everything else reverts me immediately, so I don't even fool with it. I just let it come out the way it comes out, and the girls be having the swirls and swirls and swirls. That's not my style because I don't want to have to keep maintaining the swirls.
Oh yeah. Then they've got the brush and the comb at the end, the kiss. You go into a
Yeah.
beauty supply store, you see it right up front of the register.
hmm
There's that
I'll use it.
24/7.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
use it, but it's just a small little amount. The girls be parting it, leaving it out on purpose, and then they'll flat iron it so that it could be nice and fluffy, and then they're gelling it, and it's like, look, it's art, it's beautiful, but for me, I don't like that. For me, I don't want to deal with all that.
It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to maintain the edges, and then you have to wrap it up with the band and all of that.
Yeah.
In the morning, I don't really do all of that. It looks as if it's if it's growing from my scalp. So thank God
Yeah.
for my lead hairstylist, Ashley. She
hmm
gets it right every time. I said make it looks like it's growing from
yeah,
my scalp
from the scalp.
and make it look like a wig. Any wig that I've worn here on the show. Yes, Bombshell, Miss Stevie wears wigs. Yes, I do. So that's no new flash. For me, it's all about versatility. As Quetta
hmm
said, for Black women, it's about versatility. We love to change. And it's so hot now. It's just like, what direction do I go with my hair?
yeah.
I don't want nothing that's going to have me sweating in 100-degree weather. I want
hmm
something that I feel comfortable. And I said today a bob cut would be subtle. So I don't know what it's
yeah.
going to look like tomorrow. It's probably going to be big with a side part. I don't know. I don't know. So I probably think about that
How you
or
feel
evaluate. Yeah, and it depends on what I'm
in the
wearing. Style,
outfit?
yeah, style. Like the
hmm
dress today, I said it's simple, it's clad. A bob cut would go great with that. Bob
hmm
cut, that's it. A bob cut, because I said if I would have put on long hair, I would have been like this in the interview the whole time. Like
Right.
somebody in church, yes, you get up there like you sweating in church, and they have the fan on. Ain't no AC in that mug, and you sitting there in church trying to be cute and pretty. You fanning.
Right.
So, oh, what happened to your hair? Why your hair
What
Yeah,
happened? What happened?
that's the first thing I was like, no, Jesus couldn't do it today. It is 100 outside down here in the Carolinas. I said, let me
Wow.
get my little Taraji Bob and throw that on
It's
and
pretty
go
hot
on about.
here too.
Yes.
What's the weather here? It's been pretty hot here too.
It was like
It's
90s,
90 today.
90s. So
Yeah. It's been really
low
hot.
is 80s, 83,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, super hot in Atlanta.
And it's make sure you got a good wig cap that's gonna give you comfort, ladies. Make sure you
hmm
got a good wig cap that's gonna give you comfort. That way you'll be able to
Yeah.
blend in whatever you need to blend in, and just go on about your day. Make it work. Make it
hmm
work.
Make it
I
work.
do.
Make it work.
Now, Quetta, you said nails for the men. A lot of men are experimenting with colors on their nails and stuff, and I love it. I love it. I love a
hmm
buff. You said
Yeah.
102, Alvin, but you're in Dallas. I forgot you're in Dallas. You're in Texas, so
Oh.
It's
you really.
115 in Vegas, in
Oh,
Arizona.
Woo.
That's dry heat, though.
Yeah.
for my
Mm.
naturalists, I feel your pain. I feel your pain because
Mm.
for even for relaxed hair, we just got that relaxer. We can't get in the pool. We can't go out in the sun because it's going revert. Humidity is not a black woman's best friend. It's not our best friend
Mm-mm.
unless you have the right
Mm-mm.
reversion products. You got either Oribe or somebody like Caesar who does Sierra's hair on standby and they can go in and fix your hair up. Or Beyonce. Beyonce has who does Beyonce's hair? Sir John is on the makeup, but who does Beyonce's hair? I think it's
Mm.
Youssef, if I'm not mistaken. It's Youssef.
Mm.
But Quay, Beyonce put us all to shame when she showed her real.
Real hair.
I was
Mm-hmm.
envious. I was so envious. I'm like, B, why you did that
Oh,
to us, girl?
Beyonce.
she has nice
Her hair is long. It's like so long.
It's like
and it's
Oprah.
natural. It's
Oprah's
like all the
same
way
way.
down to there, like her butt.
Wow.
Yeah, and she uses color in her hair. That's kind of like her way of So instead of using like a traditional relaxer, the coloring and all that kind of tones down some of her, like, I guess, kinky texture. But yeah, she's natural though. She just uses color treatment and stuff like that.
Bro,
But it's
Oprah's
so
the same
long.
way though, right? Oprah is
I've
like,
never seen Oprah's natural hair.
I thought she was.
I'm sure it is long though. I've never seen it. Have you seen Oprah's natural hair?
I know that. Shout outs to her hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, is it Derek Rutledge? I think used to do Oprah. Um, Oprah used to get a lot of. Oprah used to wear a relaxer, believe it or not. A lot of women
Mm-hmm.
back in the
Yeah.
'90s. That was the
Yeah.
in the '90s. It was less is more. Hair was definitely hard to maintain in the '90s. But then you see people like Jada Pinkett Smith. She comes on the scene with that shortcut, that and the curls, and all you got to do is dip your hands in some gel and go, and then do your little
Mm-hmm.
baby hairs, whatever on the side, and then you have Brandy pop up. So when I look at Quetta, I think of Brandy. Brandy is the
Mm-hmm.
queen of braids. I mean, if you watch
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Moesha, she had every
Yep.
sort of braid, curly,
Yep.
but see, I'm terrified to get micro braids because I know it takes so long. And
Yeah.
Brandy wore micro braids. Now, if you get where she went to the episode where she went to Tijuana, I'm like, those are micro braids. And
Mm-hmm.
my hat goes off to her stylist because I'm not about to sit in a chair for an hour. Get my
Yeah, I've never had
Lord
micro braids.
Jesus.
I've never had micro braids, but the brandy braids, if you will, that's coming back. The whole French curl
Oh yeah.
braids. All the girls are getting the French curl, which is essentially kind of what Brandy had in Moesha. The small braids, and then the ends look like a bump, like a little curl. Very very cute. The girlies they're doing it. It looks really good too.
Me, I'm like Monica. I love a good
Oh
weave, a wig.
yeah.
So I would have to say my muse for me would have to be Tashina Arnold or Martin. And
Oh
Martin would
yeah.
always talk on her about her weave, call her Weavy Wonder and everything. So it would be Tashina Arnold for me on Martin because
Yeah.
every episode you see she had a weave in, and they were easy to main. I think it was Coco from SWV. She said
Hmm.
even if you had a weave, if you had like a leave out, those were hard to maintain if you had baby
Hmm.
hairs or anything like that in the '90s. But my another one of my muses, and y'all know I love this woman to death, was Janet Jackson. She when
Hmm.
she colored her hair red, and I'm pretty sure Ty Wayne, your uncle, has that Vibe magazine cover stashed up under his bed somewhere. I'm pretty sure every man does. The cover of Janet when she came out with that red hair, that fiery red hair. So I said, let me go red. Let me try it. And it worked. But with blonde, if you're blonde, the first person that I saw wearing blonde was Mary J. Blige. And it suits her. It suits her
Hmm.
perfectly. Mary can get away with it. I mean, she had
Yeah.
every color from red to blonde. And then when she did Mudbound, she really said, I'm not used to this right here because she took her she didn't have
Hmm.
on the wig, she didn't have the nails, she didn't have
Dialed
she
in her.
wasn't the
Yeah.
queen of
Hmm.
soul. As an actor, and your uncle Ty Wayne can attest to this, if you're going to be an actor, you too, Quetta, if you're going to be an actor or an actress, you have to transform. Y'all seen
Hmm.
Mudbound. That didn't look like Mary. I mean, it was
Hmm.
Mary, but not the Mary that we're used to seeing. The
Hmm.
411 and Share My World with
Right.
the red colored blonde, all of that. She didn't have that. She said that was her real hair and it was hot where she was at. It was mosquitoes,
Hmm.
bugs, and everything. She said I couldn't do it, but she called Taraji, and Taraji literally had to walk her through on being able to transform.
Hmm.
That's what
Hmm.
beauty is about, being able to transform, what you're used to, stepping outside of your norm. And nails, we
Right.
were talking about nails. So
Oh.
90s, again, what shape do you prefer, Quetta? Because I love a coffin shape. I love a coffin shape, and sometimes
Mm.
I'll do stiletto.
Okay. Yeah. I used to do coffin, but now I'm more of a pointy almond like this.
Oh yeah.
Just you know, that's what I liked. I used to be square, so I was coffin, and then I was square, and now I do like a pointy almond. I would say I feel like the pointy almond fits my hands the best. Um, yeah, I like this. This is my signature. I'm gonna stick with this. This is what I like.
What's coffin?
Coffin is like so the tip will be more like flat, like a straight line across, kind of like how a coffin is shaped. That's how this would be. So it will come in, and then the tip will be kind of straight across.
And what's the difference between that and box?
A square is
Oh, you
just
said
more
square.
like all even. So the coffin kind of comes in a little, like comes in, and
okay.
then the square tip. Where square is just the whole kind of
It's
nail
straight.
bed, and then straight across. It's more chunky. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the
And see,
difference.
the difference is Quetta wears hers kind of
Yeah.
so my nails have to be long. That's
Long.
trademark signature. When I first started Style by Stevie, the nails would be even longer than how I'm wearing them now. And you'd be like, my God, how do you work? How do you do anything? That's the question I always got. How do you do anything with those long nails? But
Right.
but I do have when I'm trying to use the credit card in the store, I went in Walgreens for one of my family members. And when I tell you all eyes was on me at that register laughing, the girl was like, I feel you, girl. Because I had that same problem. I can't get it. I was trying to give the store clerk the card so that he could do it. Y'all, when I tell y'all that was the mistake in the world, I literally, when you're grabbing things, you have to do like this. So she was just like, take it like this and then do it. She's like, girl, I feel your pain. I was like, I couldn't get it. My nail's so long. So here I am, somebody standing behind me, and they had to wait. And even when you're trying to
Oh.
put your pin in, foot with the credit card, I have to grab something. So the day I was in the beauty
Mm-hmm.
supply store, I had to get a relaxer. It is time for a touch up, y'all. Yes, it's been a minute. I try to wait at least 6 to 8 weeks. So lately I've been stretching. But
Mm-hmm.
I went the next day at the register and I saw wig glue like in a tube. And I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The girl at the register said, you're always convenient. That was convenient. Because I can't type it in. Like, I mean, I can text on my phone and everything, but with
Mm-hmm.
long nails, the benefits of when you drop change, when you're pumping gas and you got to put the lid back on, screw the top back on till it clicks. That's the funny
Mm-hmm.
part. I
Yeah.
always have that.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody, I have to be, I have to tap into my inner Sandra Clark from 227. Could you do this for me? And I blink my eyelashes. Oh my goodness. Now for the fellas, grooming. For my fellas, and I think Quetta can attest to this, please don't get into bed with us if them toenails ain't trimmed. Make sure that they trim. Fellas, cut it, cut it, cut it. Make sure that you are getting those toenails trimmed, getting everything buffed, because no woman we want to get into bed with a guy who is in here. What did Pam tell Tommy on that episode of Martin? Don't be in here cutting up my sheets. Please don't come in here
Oh
cutting up.
yeah.
Make sure that y'all get it done. And I think that is key and inquisitive. Because again, when we get the whole nines, the petty, the manny, and it's so relaxing, but do it with your guy
Mm-hmm.
and see.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Pedicure
And
is
I've
key.
seen
I
guys get color.
understand.
I've seen guys get color. Who was it that got color? I think it was Dwayne The Rock Johnson. His daughter
Mm-hmm.
painted his toenails, and he just imagine how he's so tall, and his little daughter painted his nails this bright red color. It was hilarious. So I'm just like, oh Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, men are getting color now. So be as
Yeah.
bold as you want to be. Experiment. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I love it. Just as long as you
Exactly.
got it done. Keep it
Express
trimmed.
yourself. Yeah. That's
Now,
it.
your uncle beards. So, fellas, I love a man with a beard. I love a man with a beard. And for me, the muse would have to be Denzel Washington.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
I love a
Okay.
beard on a man. I love Denzel. Morris Chestnut is another for me.
Mm-hmm.
When with his chest, with his beard, and he's bald. I'm like, okay, all right, we see you.
I feel like Idris Elba has a pretty good beard too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, nice and full.
Idris. You
Yeah,
were saying, Quinn, I'm sorry.
Amari Hardwick.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, not see. My thing is that the beard is very like fuller or like trimmed on the sides and then it's full down
oh
at the
yeah,
bottom.
Lana.
Mm.
You know, I aim to get all this, you know, everything. Like I haven't touched it, but I'm getting older, and you know, my hair doesn't grow as rapidly as it did before. But yeah, I like a full beard. And, you know what I mean? I'm trying to
Mm.
experiment with like more beard oil, and you
Mm-hmm.
know, and just something, you know, make sure it's
Yeah.
trimmed or combed or whatever, so to keep it straight, so it can grow in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's yeah, I like the full. I'm trying to think of somebody that has a really full beard. You know what I mean?
Mm. Hmm.
Nipsey Hussle had a pretty good one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
His
Oh
was
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Long too.
yeah. But I do like the
oh,
more chestnut one where it's kind of close, but it's full, but it's
Mm-hmm.
low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real well kept. So yeah,
Yeah, that's good. That's
and
good choice.
women, we have the bonnets, we have the edge, the thing we tie our edges up with. For men and their beards, I didn't know this, Quetta, but they got beard washes. Because my
Oh
brother has
yeah.
a beard. My brother that I live with.
they got beard
Um,
bonnets.
Yeah. My
yeah,
fiance has all
beard
that.
bonnets,
Yep.
oils, got
Yep.
shampoos. I mean, I'm like,
Yep.
men's grooming has been taken to a whole nother level. We're way past the days of, do y'all remember watching your granddad or your dad sit in a chair? The barber would place the hot towel on the
Yeah.
beard and mix up the shave cream in the bowl and
Shave
do all of
cream.
that. Those are old timey barbershops. Yeah, we're way
Mm-hmm.
past these days.
But you know,
They still do the
they
hot
still
stuff.
do it.
They still
It's more specialized. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they still do the hot
They
towels,
still
but
do
it's
it.
like more to it than just that. There,
They do a whole.
yeah,
It's a lot more
it's like
money.
an elevated, more elevated, in depth kind of beard treatment that the fellas are doing now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like more like a spa experience.
Yeah, yes. A male spa.
Like
That's right.
like you got a facial or something.
Yeah.
And they love it. It's relaxing. Men will pay for that
Yeah.
service, and then they
Oh yeah.
y'all see them sharpen up the razor and everything, and they go in. But now, I mean, we got clippers. Again, beauty and
Mm-hmm.
technology. We talked about Dyson and Shark and all the blows. For men, they've got their nose hair clip. They got all of these things to
Yep.
for men's grooming. It's really evolved, and that's something that I'm trying to tap into. I mean, of course, being a woman, you know how to service women and what we like as far as our hair, as far as beauty, as far as the aesthetic and the products that we use, all of that. But for men, that's a whole nother level. And
Mm-hmm.
tapping into that, we're seeing it how men are grooming themselves, how they are taking care of the beard, how they are doing all of these things to keep themselves up. And we love it. We love it. We've named the men who have great beards. And y'all forgot one, David Banner. David Banner,
Oh.
he's got the beard. Um, I mean, Shamar Moore. It's so many. It's so many out here who have beards, and they've got the salt and pepper, and they just let it grow, and they age so gracefully. It looks great on.
Mm-hmm.
So all about upkeeping, and women we love that because women we do the same. We spend a
Yeah.
lot. Black women we spend a lot on hair and makeup and nails and all of these things, but for
Mm-hmm.
and y'all appreciate it. The fellas appreciate it. The the
Yes.
stylist has done what needs to be done. So definitely,
Yeah.
for sure. But for men, we appreciate what y'all do for us as well too. The beards, keeping it up, the
Oh
grooming,
yeah.
the lineups. I mean, it's
Do you have
so
a beard regimen?
A beard regimen?
Yeah.
No, I
Let me get the
mean,
charger.
I try not to wash my beard too much. You know what I mean? As far as it'll get dry, but I'll do like I don't, I don't really have a beard wash. I just, you know, I'll put like just some type of it's a shampoo, but it's like it's got like some avocado oil, something like that in it, and I'll just watch it. And I'll put like this kind of almost like a not like a Vaseline type of beard, um, a paste or butter or whatever. I just put it in my beard and
Balm?
I
You mean
try.
like a balm? They do have those too, beard
Yeah,
balm.
yeah, and I'll comb it out with like not fine like a really like um big teeth like combs or whatever, and I'll just brush it out. You know what I mean? Try and keep it let as untangled as possible. You know what I'm saying? Just to let it kind of just to let it grow or whatever. But that's as much as I do. I'm still trying to grow it out, and I have it's hard for me to just leave it alone and go through the wolfing, you know, phase of it. So, but it's getting there because of I had weight loss surgery, which we talked about before. Um, my hair doesn't grow as much, you know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure I'm taking all multivitamins and everything like that. Sometimes I'll take collagen or whatever to help my beard grow or whatever, So yeah.
Pause, rewind, and let me reverse it back because you said two key things that I think a lot of us, as both men and women, we need if we want to promote or stimulate hair growth. You said the
Hmm.
two words my mom loves, and she would love you, Tywin, because she loves biotin and collagen. So any
Hmm.
product, I'm always having to read all the back of the product labels to her and read what's
Hmm.
inside the products. And if it has biotin and collagen, she loves
Hmm.
it. Those are great for stimulating hair growth. If you want to know
Hmm.
anything, they're great for also preventing hair damage. So,
Hmm.
though collagen and biotin are things that we need. And there are shampoos out here, OGX, which my mom loves and swears by. For me, what do I use when I'm shampooing and conditioning my hair? Since we talk shampoo, I can give you all the shampoo I use. Um, since my hair is relaxed and I like a sleek, whenever I'm getting my hair braided, it has to be sleek. I use Herbal Essences. Sleek is it smooth? It's smooth and it's in the pink bottle. So that's the shampoo I use. And then I would go in with my Pantene conditioner. And when it's time for me to do the leave-in conditioner, I use Kenya Morris products. So I mean, it's a
Mm-hmm.
mix. Sometimes
She's
I'll do
good. Kenya Moore is good.
oh, I love
I said
Kenya
her
Moore.
products are
And
good. Okay.
leave-in conditioner, her leave-in conditioner, I take my wide tooth comb and comb through my hair and it glides through like a dream because my hair
Mm.
tangles a
Mm-hmm.
lot after I shampoo it. And to anyone who is either relaxed or, natural, and you've got that coily hair that tangles and sometimes get matted and you're just like, my God, and you got to go in the leave-in conditioner won't lead you wrong. Now, sometimes I'll do Taraji P. Henson's TPH Strengthen and Lengthen shampoo in the green bottle. Or, I mean, it's various shampoos that I use. I use Optimum. Optimum, that's the product that
Mm.
from Soft Sheen. I don't think a lot of people talk about. I mean, we know Dark and Lovely, but Optimum. I love vintage hair care. I still use Optimum, y'all. And then I would go in with I'm pretty sure Quetta remembers this product. Y'all, if you flip through Ebony Magazine or Essence, you see the pretty lady with that yellow and that purple. Motions. So I
Oh
use Motion.
yeah,
Yeah,
I do remember that.
that's that's my product. That's what I use sometimes. So I use the old school stuff like
Mm-hmm.
Optima, Motions. What's another? Cream of Nature.
Oh yes, that's yeah. I used Creamy Nature today. With the argan oil line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good. My hair
In
loves
the
that.
almost orange and yellow. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. Like it's like a burgundy and the orange color. Yeah, my hair really likes that brand and argan oil, so that's why I like it.
There you go. And for the fellas, they have Cream of Nature has something for the men as well too, Taiwan. So you guys can check that out. If you dyeing your beards or whatever, they have that as well also. Hi Deshaun, welcome if you're just coming in. We did a whole hour long beauty conversation with Tywayne and Quetta, and I'm gonna bring them both back on. This was so much fun, and I hope everyone got
Yes.
all of the summer because it's oh yes, Alvin, yes. where she was, and she said that was not her. She wasn't used to seeing herself in that way. We're talking about Mary J. Blige in Mudbound, where we're used
Oh
to
yeah.
seeing her, with her boots and the hoop earrings and the
Hmm.
big hair. I mean, and her Mary loves a fur now. She
Yeah.
loves a fur. We're used to seeing that one, but seeing her in Mudbound, it was a little bit different because her hair was black. But if you go back, she did Prison Song, and her hair was also black when she did Prison
Hmm.
Song. She did black hair at the Met Gala. I'm so used to seeing her blonde. I mean, when she did the Real Love video, that's what we know. It was the strawberry blonde
Hmm.
colored hair.
Hmm.
And then as the years progressed, her hair got lighter, and then she went to
Hmm.
then she did the show. She did the Power spinoff, and she turned into
Yep.
Monet. She got the red colored hair. I mean, Mary
Red.
always
Yeah.
changes it up. So I
Yeah.
saw a picture that she was wearing all white with the golden braids all the way down, and she had
Ooh.
the two-piece on. Yep, Mary shocked us. She shocked us. I mean, but it just goes to show with beauty is age, and she ages backwards, and her
Hmm.
hairstyle trends will never go out of style. Like the reason why I
Mm-mm.
chose blonde, I want to say season two, season three, when I first started this platform, every hair color that I wanted, it had to be close in the blonde family. And it was T Boz from TLC and Mary J. Blige
Hmm.
that inspired me to go blonde.
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
I look at Janet Jackson, that Velvet Rope. You look at that Velvet Rope album cover. She's got the fiery red hair. I said, let me try this. This year, 2026 is when I went red. And then 2024, I had my hair was sort of black brown, and I had the bronze color highlights. Like it's so
Hmm.
many. I have to probably do my show with Rico King tomorrow. I'll surprise y'all, and I'll bring on what I call the lookbook, where I have so many that I've took of throughout the years. We're back.
Hmm. Hmm.
I didn't have time to grab it in the salon area to show Ty Wayne and Quetta today, y'all. And you definitely did. I saw your picture where you had the violet velvet rope. Yeah, when you talk about the interview with Now and that big curly hair, and I wore the black and white outfit. That was definitely a nod to Janet Velvet Rope.
Hmm.
But today it's a nod to Taraji. So I saw her with the bob cut, and I said, okay. Then I
Yeah.
looked at Quetta's hair tutorials. I said she had a bob cut. Let me go ahead and try a bob cut because it's been a minute. I've been doing long hair throughout the week, and I'm like, it's so hot. So
Yeah.
options, options, options. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow with Rico King, but we go back there. Today's show was good, y'all. And before we close out with Quetta and Ty Wayne, what gems would y'all give to both men and women on finding their own personal style or identity? Because we covered a number of things. Today's show was focused off of the waxing that took place with your uncle, beauty, the aesthetic of beauty. What gems would y'all both give to men and women on just the style trends or just embracing their own style? What would
Hmm.
y'all tell folks?
Yeah. I would say as far as trends and embracing your own style. I mean, some trends you just like them. I personally like to just do what I feel the most confident in. Like that's how you tap into your style. What do you feel good in? Because confidence is really the first, layer. You can be wearing whatever it is, but if you got that confidence, it's undeniable. I've seen some outfits like I wouldn't wear that, but the confidence they have in it, it's like, yep, you owning it. Like that's you. So don't be afraid to try different things because you might look at something and be like, I wouldn't wear that. But I used to work in retail too. I was a retail manager for about 4 or 5 years. So an outfit on a hanger is not the same as on your body. You have to put those clothes on. You have to see what they look like on you, and then you might get a whole different perspective. So don't be afraid and do what feels good. If you don't feel confident in it, if you don't wear it because it's gonna show, and you're gonna be looking uncomfortable everywhere you're going because now you don't like what you have on. You know what I mean? Or you like, I'm not sure about this. So just don't be afraid, take chances, make sure you feel confident, and try those clothes on. Try them on. That's it. Just give it a try and see what happens. So that's my like advice for that goes for men and women as far as finding your own style. Have your signature and just live in that and be true and don't be afraid to evolve. You know?
Yeah, I would say I like to rock suits sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I know it's probably redundant or whatever, but get yourself a good tailor. Tailor your suits.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's good.
I didn't realize that till a couple years ago. I'm like getting my suits tailored and how better they made my body feel. Because I would get them real big. I was born in, like I said, I was born in the late '70s, so I grew up in the '80s and '90s. So back then you wore shoulder pads and you look like Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
big suits. Like Will Smith and Bad Boys. It was very big, but now it's more tailored. I'm learning to embrace more form-fitting outfits. And when you're bigger, even if you're bigger, you can still wear form-fitting outfits. Don't body shame yourself. The world's gonna do that anyway. So you don't make a teammate of it.
That's a good point you made because a lot of celebrities, people be like, "Oh, that looks so good on them," blah 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 blah. But half of these celebrities, it's been tailored for their bodies.
Right.
So don't be afraid to invest a little bit in getting somebody to tailor it to fit you because we're all uniquely made, right? Fearfully and wonderfully made, and you have to do what works for your body. Nobody is exactly the same. So yes, that was a very good point. Investing in getting a tailor and making it fit you. So that's good.
And you don't have to match so much. That's what I'm trying to learn.
It doesn't have to match in color. It just has to go.
Yeah.
Mixing patterns and things. That's okay if it flows. Yeah.
Experiment. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. And to anybody out there, especially for all of my hair color lovers, for all of my even episodes of fashion, if it's a color that you're not so sure about wearing, like Quetta said, stick with your signature. For me, when I first started this platform, the colors would be black, white, gray, and then shout outs to my one of my girlfriends, Rage, who's an amazing hairstylist in the RV area, printed by Rage, if you're in RVA. She said, girl, you got to step out. She said, if you want to attract more bees, you got to bring the honey.
Honey.
So she said, change it up. Get rid of that 613 hair color. Change your style up. And every consecutive interview that I've done, because I've done over 1,000 total. Every single look, and your uncle here can attest to that, even when I did both interviews with him, I did not look the same. It was a different woman in each interview. My personality was the same, but the style, the way I carried myself, it was the sensuality, the femininity, it was the confidence, it was all of these things.
Yes.
Find what works for you and be tasteful, be classy about it. Like Ty Wayne said to the male standpoint.
Yes, be classy.
Like a woman that leaves something to the imagination. And for me, Quetta, I'm pretty sure you know the girl group that I'm gonna name, and they influenced some of the fashions that I've worn here, especially those black dresses. En Vogue. En Vogue for me.
Yeah.
They did it. They were in style. They were in fashion.
In their own way.
That's me all day. En Vogue. I always read Vogue or Harper's Bazaar, and I pulled my own style and concepts. And when my house burned down, I had a lot of clothes that I didn't even know I had. So I went in my closet and I shopped around and I experimented. I'm like, hey, I can wear this. I can wear this, and it's been a ball. So shop your closet. You never know what you have. Pull out those pair of jeans. We're about to be in the fall, winter months. Hence why I wore the dress that's all the way down today. Because for the past days, my mother's a good old Christian woman, Quetta, and she's been saying, girl, those dresses are short. So
oh man.
I should have taken you to church more. I'm like, Mama, it's sexy. It's sexy. I'm 32. I'm a grown woman now. So I'm like, I can't dress like I used to. But Experiment. Do what works for you. And I said it's tasteful, it's classy. And then I went and I showed her pictures of Gianni Versace's dresses. And those
Mhm.
dresses were shorter than some of the ones that I've been wearing. Like now I see it, I was like, this is in fashion. This is
Mhm.
the fashion trend. But see how I'm doing it. I'm doing it my way. What the
Mhm.
thing is, you know how to pull it off, Miss Stevie, with those skirts, and not everyone can wear skirts. Oh yeah, I've worn many skirts here. I've worn my midriff out, all of that. But I'm like, as I
Mhm.
get older, being 32, I'm like, it's got to be a certain type of sexy. Like
Mhm.
when I look at somebody like Angela Bassett, when I
Mhm.
look at somebody like, let's say, who's another great actress who's like, she's aging gracefully. I had the pleasure of interviewing Vanessa Williams Quetta.
Mm.
Uh,
Shirley
y'all
Ralph.
know her for soul food. Yes,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
the epitome of class, elegance. So to
Mhm.
be able to sit down with somebody who I've had pictures of on my wall
Mhm.
growing up,
Mhm.
I'm like, this woman is everything that I inspire to be. That's classy, that's sexy, that's all of that. And it was the way she carried herself. You mentioned Whitney. I love Deshaun. Don't get me started. Y'all know I love Whitney. That woman's stage presence alone, when she would walk out, she was so tall and statuesque when she would wear her gowns and everything. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
oh my God, especially her concert in Africa where she had the headpiece and the chandeliers coming out. I'm like, oh my God, this is Whitney. So, okay,
Mhm.
enough about that. We're going to close out today's show, but it's about being sexy and classy at the same time. Or if you
Yes.
mix it together, sexy. That's what I would say, sexy. You're mixing them both. Sophisticated, sexy, classy,
There it
elegant.
is.
The black dress is, you can't go wrong with it. So,
Right.
but also experiment with what works for you. So
Mhm.
experiment, try color, try pop a color. You never know that. Trust me, my girl
No.
Ray, she onto it. I was mad at her. I was mad as hell with her. But when she said, "Girl, put some color in your life. You need some color. I don't want to see you in a blonde no more. I want to see you in a red. I want to see you in, highlights. I want to see you in different things. Experiment. Do what works for
Mhm.
you." And ever
Right.
since then, it's worked, and I love it. I love being a trendsetter. I
Yeah.
love setting a trend, and we're all trendsetters in our own right. So
Mhm.
that would be to experiment with what works for you and have fun doing it, because you only live once. And once
Yeah.
you get older, you can look back on those pictures. We can be sitting in the nursing home, me and Quetta and Ty Wayne next to each other together, sitting here like, what the hell was I wearing when I did that interview right there?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's coming. It's coming. And I don't rush it. I don't rush it. So don't rush the process.
Mhm.
Take your time and be gentle with style, because
Yes.
fashion is not for the faint-hearted, especially if you're a person who is not bold and overly, and confident to be able to walk in these spaces. You're going to get stares. You're going to get stares from people. So
Mhm.
you're not used to that, don't do it. Do what you traditionally know. However, remix it. Like my mom, when she wears jeans, she'll sometimes take a scarf and she'll use a scarf as a belt. I'm like, this is cute.
Yeah.
And I've seen purses made like that. So I mean, experiment, do what works for
Mhm.
you. And she's also a scarf lover, Quetta.
Mhm.
And we might have to do a hoarders episode on her one day. The way this woman collects scarves, I'm
Yeah.
like, but I can't talk. I have an addiction to vintage jewelry pieces. Like I love vintage costume jewelry. I
Mhm.
look at Joan Rivers and some of her
Yeah.
older interviews, and I'm just like, where can I find earrings like this? So,
Mhm.
but that's all, fashion dolls. Experiment, do what works for you, and step outside of your comfort zone. And
Yeah.
let everyone know where they can follow you, Quetta and Tywin, because I had a blast, and we got to do this again.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. So you can follow me on Instagram at the real Quetta J. Same on TikTok. And on my YouTube, it's just Quetta J. So that's Quetta and the letter J.
Well, just my name, Tywayne Wheat, on Instagram and Facebook. TYWAYNE, like Wayne, but with a tie at the beginning of it, and wheat, like wheat bread, but with two T's instead of one. WHEATT. But yeah, you catch me on that. Also, you can. I have an episode that I did on the Outer Banks season 5 that's coming out on August 20th. So check it out. I play a priest. I have a just small little scene, but it's something. And
It's
yeah, and
yay.
yeah, and that, and also I'm doing there's a screening for a short film that I did called Clonely. If you're in Atlanta, it's at the Terra Theater on August 25th at 4 p.m. No, at 8 p.m. Excuse me, at 8. This is 4 at 8 p.m. Terra Theater, and you can go online and get tickets, like $10 tickets. But it's a whole bunch of short films, and I'm in one of them. And but yeah, so boom.
Be there, be square.
Don't be square.
Y'all make sure y'all support. Definitely. And Ty Wayne, stay away from the wax. Stay away
Ah!
from the wax.
You ain't, yeah, you ain't never lied.
Thank
Stay
you so
away from
much.
the wax.
Nice to
You are so welcome. I had
Yes.
a pleasure, and we got to do this again. And you love Joan Rivers. I loved her fashion. I would always go back and look at what
Yeah.
earrings she was wearing. May she rest
Oh,
in grace. I
yes.
love jewelry pieces. So, and she came
Yeah.
out with a vintage jewelry line. It's somewhere out there. I have to go in.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, I'm a
Yeah.
fashion girl, so I'm always going to try to look for vintage pieces somewhere. So, thrift shops,
Right.
antiques, anywhere. But
Right.
without further ado, fashion dogs, I hope y'all enjoyed today's show focused solely on something that took place with Ty Wayne, solely on beauty, fashion dogs. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow with Rico King tomorrow at 4. Y'all take care until next time.
All right. Peace.
You too. Take care, everyone.
You too.
See you.